Coffee Talk is a visual novel where you play as a barista at a coffee shop and you pretty much just listen to customer stories and serve coffee to them. And I admit, when I first saw the game, I had very similar vibes to Valhalla Cyberpunk Action Bartender, if I remember that's the full name. And I think the only reason I had this thought was because the position of the protagonist is kind of similar because they're both baristas. But I feel that's the only thing I found similar, since the characters in the stories are pretty different from each other from each game. And I do like them, but I'll explain a little bit later on. But now I think it's a good time to actually get into the video, and one of the first things I love has to be the sprites. I think they're super detailed and really colorful, and I think it's really good just because, you are going to look at them a lot. They also do have about 3 or 4 different animations, and also blinky animations, which I find to be pretty nice just because, again, it does change quite often. I also do think that background art is really nice, along with the little pictures that are shown when you're making the coffee, tea, and whatever else. Another key part I really like has to be the characters, and I pretty much like them all. They're all really unique, and I really enjoy their stories. I also do like the interactions with each of them, and I really do find them to be funny. Characters like Neo, Hyde, and Aqua I actually kind of like a lot. I also really like that there is a small amount of information you can learn once you get to know each character via the phone app. This, with the combination of how the character stories develop, is a nice way to flesh them out a bit more. I also found the atmosphere for the game to be really calming and relaxing. The music and sound effects I feel really help this too, because it really does make you feel like you're in a coffee shop. I also really do like the rain noises in the back, and it's not really overpowering, but it does help the mood. Also, the sound effects when making the coffee, tea, and again whatever else really are satisfying, and again just makes me feel really relaxed when playing the game. I also do think that the game is pretty solid for the writing, and I found that to be pretty funny as well, since of course this is a visual novel where I feel the writing has to be really good, but still I really like it. And now it's a good time to move on to what I didn't like as much, and one of them has to be the protagonist. I find it lackluster just because to me it seems like the protagonist is just a self-insult, because they have nothing going on and they're just there to listen to everyone around them. I wish they had some sort of story regarding the shop, like maybe them being worried about it being closed and whatever else, but I still think this isn't the worst thing, because again I found the other characters to be interesting. I just would have liked that protagonist had some sort of story going on. I also found the game to be pretty short, with it taking about 5 hours for me to be on my first playthrough. I feel this kind of sucks, since the stories with each character doesn't get developed as much as I would have liked. With, say, something the story of Luna, I actually liked a lot, since again it dealt with different races dating, and I felt that ended way too fast. The game is about 14 days, and with each story getting about like 3 days at most, which I think kind of sucks. They also all ended around the same time, which kind of feels weird, since by that point it just again makes the ending feel rushed. I feel if there was about 20 games in a day, it might have helped with the pacing problems, since the game ends up actually skipping about 2 weeks, which again I felt like that could have been extra stuff they could have put for the stories and helped them develop a lot easier. But frankly, that's all I really disliked about the game. I know it is short, but again, I couldn't really find all that much flaws with it other than what I've mentioned. And again, I still do feel the worst part of the game has to be the length, just because I was hoping it would reach at least 10 hours on a single playthrough. But I do know that you can do some other side stuff by serving the right drinks. It's just that I wish, again, the main story was a little bit longer. But other than that, I still really think it's a nice, comfy visual novel that I still enjoyed every single minute of, and I would recommend it if you're just looking for a short one. It's just that, the length didn't do it for me. And of course, before the video ends, let's go over the likes and dislikes. Likes, sprites, the characters, really nice atmosphere, and really good writing. Dislikes, less than stellar protagonist, and the game is really short. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and see you guys later.